money isn't a focus. We're so busy with all our other things that money's just kind of been something underlying here, and we haven't spent the time to piece together our thoughts about it.
You're telling yourself, I'm no good at numbers. I can't do numbers. I can't figure this out. I've never budgeted. I've never made a plan. I don't know what investing is. I feel stupid. You're telling yourself all these things. Who's in your way? You are.
Divorce can be emotionally and financially overwhelming. That's why I'm teaming up with Sunny Wishart, president and founder of a la carte Financial and a certified financial planner. We will show you how to understand all things money without feeling ashamed, overwhelmed, embarrassed. You will learn more, ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Welcome to Money with Sunny. Let's get into it.
Welcome to Divorce Thrive. My name is Wendy Rovers. Welcome, Sunny Wishart. Welcome to Money with Sunny. Today, we're going to talk to you about your money story, why it matters, why it's important to know your money story, and how you can change your money story. Sunny and I were chatting before the show, and she is going to share with us her journey, her money story, and hopefully it will resonate with you. It'll help you to understand the importance of your money story. And then I will share with you a tool to help you get started to know your money story and then be able to change that money story and move forward in a different, better, healthier direction. Sunny, go for it.
Well, good morning. I find what is most powerful for me is sometimes I get, someone sitting in front of me and or we're just on a call. We're just getting to know each other and they don't know how to express because you don't know what you don't know, how they're feeling about their money. And sometimes a strategy that I use is just sharing my journey with money. And you can oftentimes you see the clouds kind of part, the clarity starts, and they start thinking, they're nodding along, like, yeah, that's how I feel. Because money isn't a focus. We're so busy with all our other things that money's just kind of been something underlying here. And we haven't spent the time to piece together our thoughts about it. So, like in particular, if I have someone who is like confused about money or upset about their spending, feeling bad about their money, I like to. So, my story kind of starts with, I went and made a mess of my money many, many years ago. And I really believe that every time I was sabotaging myself, there was just all this resentment behind this trail of wreckage I was making. Every time I did something I shouldn't, and I, I was angry about something or upset about something, and I was looking for that feel good, quick fix, almost like a drug hit of doing something kind of naughty. And then I was at my breaking point already, and my poor old dog went and got sick, and my car decided to break down all at the same time. And that was it. I was completely sunk. And it didn't help that at the time I had loads of student loans. I had a husband at the time who would not communicate money. I was very alone. I didn't have a partner. And I was burning out, absolutely burning out, trying to just keep the house afloat and pay the bills and borrow from here to pay that. And it just seems like there was like this deep rooted unhappiness. I felt, oh, I deserve a holiday. So I booked a holiday, or I deserve to insert whatever I want here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was sabotaging, but I felt this scarcity all the time that I couldn't do these things. And I feel ashamed when I do these things because my overdraft was maxed, my credit cards were maxed. Then there's a whole other things going on here, but just to keep to kind of the story component. And when I look historically at my story, right now in my current stage of life, I am incredibly content. I'm happy And there is no way I would do those self-sabotaging strategies anymore without, some parameters around them. So it's not that you can't do these things and you should feel bad if you do them. It's, I'd like to do these things. How can we plan? I'm a planner. And not feel bad, and it's okay. So in our household, I if you want to do something kind of crazy, I have a partner, so we talk about it. I wouldn't do it without talking to him first, and not that I require his permission, but that we have trajectories for all of our goals, and there's no way I'm going to be the one to go blow them up,
Mm-hmm.
because we come from a place of respect, and we get to do the things we want to do. We just have to put some parameters for them. So I feel like the sense of being content changed everything. I don't have that deep desire to go and sabotage myself anymore.
Mm-hmm. And why do people sabotage themselves? What makes us, create a plan, start taking some actions, and then on a Tuesday, just blow everything up? Why do you think that happens to people? And it's really common. It's happened to me. It's happened to you. It happens to everyone watching right now. Why do we do that?
I'd like to say there's one answer to that, but we all know that everyone's different. Every
Sure.
situation is different. But some common denominators
Yeah.
are that the feel good, looking for that feel good, because you've been living in that scarcity and you feel like you haven't felt good. You've been going without. And maybe, yeah, things have been tight. You've been penny pinching for too long. It can go too long. And
Mm-hmm.
I never recommend that people penny pinch their entire working careers. That some people have it in them and can, but I don't, obviously, because I went and made a mess. But I think it's living in scarcity too long. There's a lot of ego. And then it's that feel good. Like I deserve these things, and this feels good to have a new outfit. This feels good because I want pictures that are tropical too, because it's freezing cold today and I want to get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Time to take a trip, and I don't care if I put it on my credit card. I'm going. I deserve it. And the plan goes out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I've come to realize about money in my own life. And I'm sure that, I'm a lot older than anyone listening, but maybe not. But in order to turn things around for me in my life, and it took decades to kind of figure this out, I'm a work in progress. I'll never stop setting goals. I'll never stop believing in myself and growing and learning. I bring the right people into my life to teach me so I can learn and grow. I continue to study every day. I always want more abundance in my life. And at the same time, I'm always grateful for what I have right now. And that speaks to the contentment that you're talking about, Sunny, just being grateful, content, happy with what you have in this present moment. And it's okay to want more and set goals, create a plan, take actions to want more. That's great. Money's a resource. It's a resource to give away or to keep, to buy what I need and do what I want to do. I mean, I believe there's an abundance of money in the world. It's not a zero sum game where if you've got it, I can't have it, or if I've got it, you can't have it. It is an abundance of money. And this is my belief system right now. I mean, I believe that the universe is on our side. So what we're asking for and what we're grinding for and what we're doing, the universe is going to support us. It's just waiting for me to get out of my own way and to create whatever the heck I want to create. And we can make as much money as we want to make, and we can have as much love as we want to have. We can smile as much as we want. We can give money away. We can earn money. We can spend money. We can save money, invest money. And I've learned that I'm the one that gets in my way. When I get into a scarcity mindset, which happens often, I've just learned how to, again, ground myself, get back into the present moment, realize all of what I do have, be grateful for that, and then I can put myself back into an abundance mindset. That's what I do. So how do you stay in an abundance mindset and continue to invite and bring abundance into your life?
This is so something I'm always working on still. Because I am definitely I get in my own way, and I have seen the power of getting out of my way. And I personally have a couple of practices that I have seen work for me. Was one, just constantly reminding, I developed like a sentence or a word for the year, and
I
I
love
hype
that.
I hyper focus on it. So I have a like on my day planner, and every time I flip a page of the week, and I don't use my day planner as my calendar, I use it as my headspace, my sit down without a screen and my peace. And at the top is my word of each week.
Mm.
Um, so for 2024, my sentence, I chose a sentence this year, was push through fear and trust your passion.
Oh,
Uh,
I love that. Push through fear and trust your passion. And so that's at the top of each day in 2024.
mhm,
That's your 1 year sentence. That's
mhm.
awesome.
And when I work on that and do that, it works. And it's that energy you're talking about, where it's like fake it till you make it, believe it, I don't know, but it works. And my other thing is I'm a Christian girl, so I do in there's universe, there's people who believe in the universe, or people who believe in God, whatever you believe
Mhm,
in. But I do my prayers and count my blessings, which is very
mhm,
similar to a gratitude practice. And when I'm regular and consistent with those, I definitely I show up very differently every day.
mhm. Love that. I mean, we are spiritual beings walking around in a physical body. So, like you said, whether you believe in Buddha or God or spirit, universe, soul, it's all very similar belief in that we are spirit. So, if our spirit, I'll speak personally, if when my spirit is elevated and I'm reading that sentence that you were talking about in your planner, then it just makes sense, and it has worked for me in my own life that I will bring the universe is on my side, and I will attract that that I focus on and choose to live into. So this is not hokey pokey. This actually works. It's as important as taking a next step, which is finding the right who to work with you, the right financial expert, such as yourself, Sunny. That's equally important. You don't know what you don't know. So if you're starting at ground zero, never really took care of your finances, never don't understand your finances, you're scared of numbers, you're telling yourself I'm no good at numbers, I can't do numbers, I can't figure this out, I've never budgeted, I've never made a plan, I don't know what investing is, I feel stupid. You're telling yourself all these things. Who's in your way? You are. You are in your way. You're telling yourself you can't, so you can't. And when you tell yourself you can, the pieces start to fall into place. You start to bring in the right people, you start to do the work, you start to learn, you start to grow. You look back 5 years later and you go, all right, wasn't easy some of the times, but geez, I can. So instead of waiting 5 years, 10 years, start now. You can. If you tell yourself you can, you can. And I think that's really important when it comes to your money story. What else do you have to add to that, Sunny?
It's so true. I can run numbers till I'm blue in the face, but until you flip that switch and stop with the negative inner chatter, as you hear when you do meditation, because you don't realize how much they are weaving their way through your actions.
Hmm.
So it makes a massive difference.
Absolutely. There's a long process that I work through with clients, but I just want to share the first step with all of you. It's a several day process. You got to give yourself some time. You have to give yourself some quiet. You have to really, think and really be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, what does my perfect day look like? If it was the happiest, most successful, richest version of myself, what would my ultimate day look like? Start writing and don't stop. Your ultimate day, you know, think about every single thing that would be in this day to make it perfect. This is where you go crazy with everything that you want. Ignore the thoughts that are telling you to stop. Ignore the thoughts that are saying you can't. This is ridiculous. Or who do you think you are writing this down? Ignore everything that you've ever thought about your old story and go deep into your heart and really feel this. So, write as if money was not an issue. Think about the money you want to earn. Think about where you are. Think about who you're with. What are you eating? How does it smell? How does it taste? How does it feel? What are the colors around you? How big are you smiling? What are you drinking? What are you eating? Where are you in the world? Think about everything. Think about the legacy that you want to leave. Think about the gifts that you want to give to the people that you love in your life. The money you want to leave for your children, the money that you want to have, the money that you do have, and anything else that would make this your perfect day. What's real important with this exercise is that you write in the present tense, not I wish I had, or I wish I could have, or I should have had, or oh, I hope that I have, or oh, you're not writing in the future and you're not writing in the past, you're writing in the present. I am, I have, I am, I have in the present. So everything, and this should be pages long, no concern for money, no concern for anything. This is you have. And it's a great first step to relieve some of your story, to let go of some of your story, all the can'ts, the should-haves, the could-haves, all of the, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good looking enough. I can't do this. I have kids. How could I possibly leave my kids and go and do this? Side hustle? How can I create a side hustle? Job? How can I go ask for a raise? It starts to bring you into the present and then push you forward rather than back, because you can. And I love this exercise. I do this exercise myself every 1 year to twice a year, because money for me, my money story was not great. My money story today is not perfect, but my money story is improving every single day. And that's exciting. So don't move until you've really spent time with this step. And then you can move to the next step. And I'll include a little link at the bottom of this talk to a video that I did going through the whole process. So if it interests you, go check that out. But how do you feel about this? What does this bring up for you, Sunny? How does this feel? Like, what are you thinking now?
I'm going to go do this.
I'll send you the link to the video.
Yeah, I need to do this because I have no idea what my perfect day would look like. And I can see a lot, even just quickly trying to think of some quick hits. I'm like, oh, still a lot of parameters around what I want my perfect day looks like. Oh, I'd be here. Well, why would I be there? Oh, what if you think bigger? I'm like, ooh, this would take quite some time.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the tool in the underneath this video so you can print it off, pull it up on your computer and follow it step by step. And it'll be helpful for everyone. I mean, it's even helpful for me talking about it right now. And remember that it ebbs and flows, it changes. Your money story doesn't stay the same. Your money story today will be different than your money story 6 months from now. It should be. You're growing, you're learning, life is exciting, you're moving forward, you're pumped up. You can do it. It should get better and better and better. And I'm not ignorant. This doesn't mean that you're not going to have troubles and things aren't going to happen and challenges, but you can get through all of that when you start to work on creating a better story for your life. And part of that story is your money story. So, yeah, I hope that's helpful for everyone. And Sunny, I just want to bring it back to you. We're speaking with men and women transitioning through divorce. Money is a often challenging. Money is definitely an area that has to be worked out, figured out. Everybody needs enough money. It's scary. There's lots of changes. So if you meet with someone, what are the first few things or the few things that you'd like people to consider before they meet with you or during the conversation? What's important? Where can someone start with this?
Sometimes the starting point is just, what's your why? Why are you calling me? And not in a bad way, but in a, why are you calling me? What are your feelings around this? And sometimes I start with giving them permission to be in the situation they're in. It,
Mm,
it's okay. Be kinder to yourself. It might be messy for the next little bit, but let's just put some numbers around that and know that this too shall pass. This is not forever. So my favorite part is just trying to get them to be gentler with themselves in these times. Don't beat yourself up. You've got enough you're already dealing with. When it comes to the money, let's just talk about it and say, okay, it's going to be this ugly for this long.
hmm.
And then we move on and just saying, there, we dealt with it. Let's move on. Be kinder to yourself.
I love that. Be kinder to yourself. And if you're looking for the right person to work with, one of the people that I recommend that you reach out to is Sunny. All of her information is below. She can help you to get started, to get organized, to figure this out, and then interview a couple of other people if you like, but just get started. Create your money story. Look at your past money story. Look at this great money story that you've now created. Reach out to the right people, and you can do this. You are worthy, you are loved, and you are important. Until next time, have a great rest of your day.